headset. I'm just curious which one you got. Maybe come back again with your call. I didn't get that. It came in kind of late. This is W2JLS, Whiskey 2 Juliet Lima Sierra.
Roger. Name is Dave, Delta, Adam, Victor, Edward. My call sign is Kilo Mike 6, Yankee, Sierra, Sierra. Also, I didn't catch your first name again. Do you one more time?
Sure, Dave. Yeah, it's John. Juliet Oscar Hotel November. I'm in Fairlawn, Ohio, just west of Akron, and I'm operating with a Heil headset myself. I've got a couple of Heils, but this is the Pro 7, and I love it. And your signal, by the way, is spectacular. Sound quality is great. Yeah, back over.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing about yours. You've got a really nice, strong signal, and the audio quality is fantastic. I do like this Heil headset. Mine's the very cheapest one. I think it's called the Heil Pro, or PS1 or something like that. I found it as a returned item on, I think it was Gigaparts, and got a good price on it, so I grabbed it. And I've been really happy with it. I've used it on my ICOM 7300, which is what I'm running right now. I can also use it directly on my Alinco DXSR8, which I use for portable operations when I do my parks on the air, or just want to get out and just get out there in the desert and run some radio. But yeah, you've got a great signal. You're sounding really good. I'm also making a YouTube video. I'm recording our conversation and our contact here, and I'll upload it later, either this afternoon or early evening. I'll upload it to YouTube with your call sign. So if you search YouTube this evening with your call sign, this video will pop up, and you'll be able to hear your audio, how you sounded on this end. Over.
Very good, Dave. Let me just say this about that. I do spend a lot of time looking at YouTube videos, and one of my favorite subjects to research there are videos. So I'm willing to bet I've run into you before. Your call sign did look familiar, but yeah, I would be honored to be on your YouTube video. So I'll look you up later relative to that. Anyway, I didn't pick up where you were located. Maybe you could give me that very quickly.
Yeah, sure. I'm located in Caldwell, Idaho, and that's spelled Charlie Alpha Lima David Whiskey Echo Lima Lima, and I'm in Idaho, Caldwell, Idaho. It's the southwest part of the state near Boise, about halfway between Boise and the Oregon border, on the Snake River. Over.
Very nice. Yeah, Idaho is one of those places I've yet to visit, but I'm familiar with your potatoes. Yeah, very good. You may actually be my first Idaho QSO. I say that clearly on RF. You're my first QSO in Idaho, but we do a lot of playing around with All-Star on 2 meters. With one of their local 2-meter repeaters has all-star functionality, and we like to go wandering and visiting other radio communities.
Yep.
From Northeast Ohio, and I know I've run into some in Idaho like that. But anyway, I won't hold it. Thanks for coming back, and go have some fun. The bands are just hopping today. This is Whiskey 2 Juliet Lima Sierra. Back to you, sir.
Well, I appreciate you coming back to the CQ, John, or jumping in there, because I'm on here to talk to people, so I'm really enjoying getting a chance to do it on 10 meters. When I got my technician license a couple years ago, and then started operating, I thought the radio was broken, and so but I finally got my general license and got up on the other bands and realized, it's not the radio, it's the band. So it's nice to see 10 meters open. Several months ago, I had a contact with 2 guys out in San Francisco Bay Area, and we were able to talk for almost 35-40 minutes from Idaho all the way there, and that was huge. But now I heard a guy from Costa Rica just a little while ago. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's nice to see it's opening up, and things are working good here. So anyway, I won't keep you. Appreciate you coming back and jumping in, making the contact. I really do. And if you, like I say, when it comes to the YouTube thing, you just search by your call sign, Whiskey 2 Juliet Lima Sierra. search that tonight, and you'll find a video there that has our contact. You'll be able to hear yourself. Again, thanks, man. Appreciate you. This is Kilo Mike 6, Yankee Sierra Sierra Clear, Whiskey 2, Juliet Lima Sierra, 73.
73, Dave. Before you clear, I will just mention I couldn't agree with you more on your comment there relative to operation, and you learn so much as you go, and getting the right equipment, and sometimes even simple equipment like a better antenna can make all the difference in the world, it seems. But yeah, you're operating a 7300. I did pick up the antenna, but I'm playing with right now. I'm operating on an end-fed ZEP, and it's probably one end of it maybe 30 to 35 feet up a tree, and the other end of it is probably more like 15 feet up a post, and I'm operating on a Yaesu 991 Alpha, 100 watts, again from Northeast Ohio. But you're coming through rock solid out here. I will mention I had probably my furthest QSO ever today was into Mexico, and that was on 10 meters. So 10 meters is really open in a quality way here this morning and this afternoon. Anyway, thanks again. 73 from Whiskey 2, Juliet Lima Sierra.
Well, John, I just can't seem to let you go, man. When you talk about the antenna thing, if you look at my QRZ page, you'll see I've experimented with a lot of stuff. I started off with speaker wires and a painter's pole. I call it my broomstick and a wire antenna, and there's a picture of it up on my QRZ page. It's basically just a broomstick with two links of wire, one cut for 40, one cut for 20, right? And the 40 is way too long because it only goes up about 20 feet. So the 40 was too long to be able to really run up. So I just wrapped it around a PVC pipe at the bottom, made a coil. I built a 1-to-1 Unum that I found on YouTube. And I'm like you, man. I'm all over YouTube. I follow several different guys that are Elmers on there, and I learned a lot of stuff from that. And that's how I've gotten where to where I'm having any kind of little bit of success right now with my radio. Man, I've only bought two store-bought antennas, right? I bought a G5 RV Shorty, which I put up in my backyard. And I live in town, so I've got this really tiny lot, and I got power lines all around me. And so I put up this G5 RV up on that painter pole, and I ran the two legs from it. That's a dipole antenna, and I ran it with ladder line feed so it can do multiple bands supposedly. And I ran it in an L configuration up about 20 feet in the center, and then coming down to about 8 feet off the ground on each leg. And one leg ran north-south, one leg ran east-west. And I was having a lot of fun with that. That was getting out, but man, I wasn't able to hit Florida. I wasn't able to get down into some of those places I wanted to go to, on 20 meters. And so I ran that for a while. Then I went back to my broomstick antenna because that did better with my speaker wire and that 1-to-1 Unum. That actually did better than that store-bought antenna. Now the antenna I'm on right now is a cheap knockoff of that Chameleon antenna. That basically it really what it is. I didn't know this when I bought it. I found out afterwards. It's really just an end-fed long wire antenna, not an end-fed halfway, but an end-fed long wire antenna. And so it comes up and it's got this matching transformer, a 9-to-1 matching transformer at the feed point, and then from there it's got a fiberglass pole that goes up, and it's got a wire that runs to the pole. And that pole goes up 19.5 feet. And so then you're supposed to be able to, with that matching transformer, be able to match it from 10 all the way to 160, which it doesn't go to 160 even close. It'll go 10 to 40, and if you put it on a VNA analyzer, you'll see it's really not a great SWR on any of them. But I added a 31-foot piece of wire to it, and I ran that down at a slope at a 45-degree angle from the top, so that it comes down and is about 10 feet off the ground at the end, where it terminates on into the paracord that ties it off. But but it seems like it's doing really good, man. I've been FT8. I've been hitting all over Asia and Africa and Europe with it real good. I've only had it up since yesterday afternoon, and I'm getting great signal reports with it now across the bands here. Using it today, so I've been really happy with it so far, and I think it's doing great. But I got it up on two links of 10-foot top rail, so it's 20 feet off the ground where it starts, and that's where the transformer is, and it goes up 19.5 feet from there, and then another wire slopes off of that 31 feet back down towards the ground. It seems like it's doing really good. But all that stuff, man, I've just been picking up as I go along, playing radio and trying to figure out how to get on the air with, a little better each time. But anyway, all right, buddy, I'm sorry I kept you so long. Appreciate your time. Hope you have a great time on the radio today. 73, my friend.
73. Thanks for all that detail.